Hello, my name is Ian Flores and I'm here with my video essay. Why is it necessary today to critically reflect on nations' colonial pasts? Well, because if we analyze the past of certain countries, we can understand why their cultures are the way they are and why they are facing the challenges they are having. If we look at the history of the colonies, for example, in Africa, we can see how they were treated like animals and were received like human beings, also with the British, making them live in different places because they couldn't be with them because they were superior in their eyes of the British. So we can also see how important the USA was in the history of Puerto Rico, understand why most of the population want their country, well, Puerto Rico, to be considered as part of the 50 states that are part of the United States. It is because the United States has become an integral part of their identity for good and for bad, because their actual political state prevents them from getting outside help from other countries or prevents them from being represented in the Congress or participating in the elections of the USA. So in other words, it is necessary to analyze the colonial past of the countries because it tells the reason behind the recent struggles and why their cultures have changed in so many ways. How did imperial processes influence the identity of colonized countries? In Africa, colonization allowed for certain parts of the continent to get advancements in education and technology, but at the same time destroyed many indigenous populations and traditions in certain parts. In the USA, Puerto Rico has become one of the few colonies that still exist today, and this has affected the population by not having representation in the Congress, not being able to participate in the elections of the USA, and at the same time they cannot get help from other countries because, well, the USA needs to kind of like intervene with any contact of Puerto Rico with other countries. And in China, their politics have been changed to avoid foreign influence to prevent similar results as those of the Opium Wars. How did imperial process influenced the identity of colonizer countries? Great Britain became a powerful country, but at the expense of many years of pain for other territories. I think that their identity has been shaped into thinking they are a powerful country, and in the eyes of certain parts of the population, parts of the population can think that they deserve to regain the power lost when the colonies started to gain independence. Also in the United States, we had the massacre, many of the deaths of indigenous populations when they were forced to migrate or when they were treated like animals that were inferior races and should be treated like that. And well, at the same time, I think that in the United States, a similar thing that the one that I mentioned in Great Britain happened, in which parts of the population may believe that they are superior than other countries, that they have more rights, that they are more powerful, and this becomes kind of like American pride of, well, being part of the United States, being a citizen of the United States, and that has led to cases of xenophobia or racism. And in Japan, they became a more powerful country with more access to resources to help them to achieve more modernization, industrialization, and better technological advancements.